Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yes, Mark's hating on his fast. Becky Nish on the man. Play with two like alliance. Household a dangerous alliance. I am a nightmare like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
Fuck this shit! It's all about podcasts these days.
My name is Brian Hill Jr., and you're listening to the In Your House podcast. This is Austin Theory of Evolve, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is AEW's Darby Allen, and you're listening to In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House and my man, Michael Hutchison. That's Mikey Hutch. This is the People's Podcast. Haha. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boys, Khan and Hutch, ready to get at work. When it comes to this professional wrestling business, that is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, hey, we can get to you. And oh yes, we are back. And ladies and gentlemen, last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest, because we're bringing you the smoke, and that is what we do, man. You already know what it is. Ooh, it was AEW All Out, a fantastic show. Hutch, you came over, we watched it, man. It was a good show, bro.
Man, again, like the sky's the limit for this brand.
Yeah,
and this was a pitch perfect show from top to bottom.
Right.
And AEW hasn't had a perfect show yet. They've had great shows, but they haven't had perfect shows. And if you ask me, personally, just my opinion, right, this show was perfect. I have nothing bad to say about it.
It was a really good show, man. We watched it from beginning to end. There was some trouble a little bit with the Bleacher Report live stream for a little bit, but that was early on. But after that, when we finally did get the buy-in on, and we were watching the women's battle royal, it was good. Everything was good. But man, as big as this episode is, man, and as big as this reaction show is, we couldn't do it alone, man.
No, we absolutely couldn't do it alone, man. Like, you know, we have we don't just have a podcast. We have an empire here. We don't do this shit alone. We can't carry this shit ourselves. So we brought the whole damn squad.
Yeah, man. We got the whole squad up in here.
We got a whole crew with us.
Ooh, man, and yes,
roving gang of miscreants, as
man,
it were.
for sure. And we have a returning guest.
Yeah.
Yep, returning guest.
Like a bad rash, it just keeps coming back.
Just keeps on coming back, man. Just keeps on coming back. And you've heard me talk about him on the show, and you know him as my frenemy, basically. And that's the ladies' man, Mike King. How's it going, bro?
It's going good, guys. Going good. I'm glad to be back within your house, even though all the shit you guys talk about me.
It's a love-hate relationship, man. We love to hate you. So,
feelings reciprocated.
That's good.
It's good to know. And Oh yes, oh yes. You haven't heard her on the show for a while, but
Hey, Kayla!
actually we got to do it 2 times
Hey, Kayla!
because we got a double dose of Kayla in the building.
Well, if she keeps her clothes on this time.
Yeah, this ain't that kind of show, so we keep it classy around here.
Don't worry, folks. If you're looking for that, we're going to start a new podcast after hours.
Stay tuned, boys, for the In Your House After Dark Thoughtcast.
Oh wow, that's the thing that's happening.
Hosted by Miss Fabulosity.
Miss Fabulosity is in the building, and
Sponsored by Jergens.
And I will be making special appearances for those.
we're starting off this podcast hot. And we got Don P back there. How's it going, man?
What's up, everybody? It's been a long time since I talked to y'all.
And he's back on the show.
A special show, and I'm back.
He's back. He's back. It's all out, man. It's all out. So we had to bring everybody out for this one, and it's a big time show. We got, like I said, we got the other Kayla in the building now. We got like I said, 2 doses of Hey Kayla.
Hey, Kayla!
And
Hey, Kayla!
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah. And I think this is the first time on the show.
Yeah,
actually.
my powers that be, as it were, the queen of the castle, as it were.
The one who tells you what to do.
The one who tells me what to do.
Period.
As it
Period.
were. My marionette.
There
as
you go,
it were.
bro. There you go,
So,
bro. We came together and we
yeah.
watched a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
I really enjoyed it, man. I
was
really
fun.
enjoyed it. So we'll jump right into it, and we really want to jump right into that women's battle royal. We didn't get a chance to catch all of it because, like I said, the issues that we had with the stream in the very beginning. But I didn't get a chance to see Piper's daughter. Seemed like that she was kind of in and out quick because by the time we got it on, she was already out.
Yeah, didn't see anything with her. And, and I will credit AEW for this. With us coming in late, and once the match itself concluded, their replay package really caught me up on what I missed, I think.
They do really good with those after the match replays, kind of give you highlights of...
Yes,
yeah, they do a really
after the
good job
match.
of that, yeah.
That whole after the match thing is just a great touch. Don't interrupt the work.
Yeah.
Showcase the highlights and stuff, unless it's a really major thing and you actually have time.
Yeah.
But
I think that's a lot of where WWE has their problems. They like to try to... They do a big move, and then they're like, okay, let's throw it at them 5 more times on a replay.
Exactly. Well, you got that, and then you got the picture-in-picture, and then you got the seizure-inducing camera stuff that they do with the up, down, zoom in, zoom out, ADD. Like Kevin Dunn needs to stop doing the coke. Stop doing the booger sugar, bro. Like, put it down because, like, your production is spastic as hell, and I can't deal. And AEW is such a breath of fresh air.
It really
for
is,
that,
man.
and so many other reasons.
I mean, I was just telling, as we were watching the show, I was telling the ladies, man, over here, I was like, man, it's so nice to see a show with this type of budget. You know what I mean? This type of budget, but it's not the WWE. It's something completely and totally different. And I dig it, man. I dig it. To be able to see some on that high scale of production value, but it not have the WWE tag on it. It's something new. It's something fresh. It's something different. For that Battle Royal, what was you thinking, Jared? What was you thinking about that match that they had Nyla Rose go over? They've been pushing her a lot, and for me personally, I've been critical of her. I've been critical of her a lot in the past. I think some of her work's been sloppy, and I understand who she identifies as and all that. I put that on the side, and that's awesome. That's cool for her. But I think up until tonight, she hadn't really showed me anything.
Professional wrestling is the perfect platform for her to get her story across and to do what she loves, and to not be criticized for it. Obviously, there's criticism with everything that we do, no matter what we do. But you get to go out there as being a competitor in the ring.
Right.
You get to go out there and you get to be whatever you want to be in that ring.
Yep.
And it's you and the other people in that ring, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to get to do that and loved doing her job doing it.
Yeah.
So yes, I was real critical. The first showing, she didn't show very good, sloppy.
Yeah.
Everything. They're still giving her that push, still putting her up there. I didn't get to see much of the Rumble because I was moving down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So was Jazz made her debut?
Yeah, she came out.
Yeah,
Yes,
love
she was
seeing
there.
Jazz.
I like Jazz a lot.
I did a show down in Louisiana with Jazz.
Oh, okay.
New
That's
Orleans,
cool.
her and Rodney Mack.
Yeah.
Great show down there. Always loved her. Good to see her back on TV. So
Yeah.
that's great to see.
She looked like she stepped out of a time machine.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
Jazz,
seriously,
she's like that, man. She's when I saw her down there, I was like, man, she hadn't even aged.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, she's amazing. Obviously, she didn't win it. I didn't get a chance to really see her like I wanted to, because once again, that issue. So we're not going to talk too much on the Rumble because it's just we can't really go off of anything because we didn't get a chance to see it.
I will say off of it that
Sure.
it seemed like based off what little I seen, because I was able to catch a stream of, because I think they streamed it on the TNT Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Because I believe that
because while you were doing that, I was trying to pull it up.
Right, so I was kind of trying to see like what happened. And I saw Mercedes Martinez.
Yes,
I believe
Mercedes
was her name.
Martinez. She had a very nice outing.
She showed up.
Yeah.
She showed up and showed out. She did really well from what I saw. And this Rumble though seemed like a showcase for Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
And I personally think this was her best outing by far.
I agree.
I think she looked great, and I think they're going to go all the way with her. I think she's going to be their first champion.
Well, it's definitely a test. It's going to come up to a test for live TVs and whatnot.
Yeah.
A Rumble's a Rumble. You can have a great showing in a Rumble, but when it comes down to a one-on-one match, and you and the other person are in there trying to tell the story and carry yourself, that's going to be the real story to tell, whether if she's ready or not.
Yeah.
That is going to be it. That is going to be
Very
it.
True.
And so she goes over in that Rumble. This was for opportunity to step in the ring on October 2nd and fight for the AEW Women's Championship. So this was one spot. We'll talk a little bit later about that other spot that is going to be given out, that was earned at All Out, and who will be facing Nyla Rose. We'll get into that. But moving right along from there. There was a tag team match. We got a chance to see the Private Party go up against Angelico and Jack Evans. I thought that was a pretty good match, and I thought it was a really good showing for the Private Party. What was you thinking, Hutch?
I thought it was a fun match. It got the crowd going. There was a few times that Private Party, some of their offense was... This is nitpicking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to nitpick here. But there was some of their offense was a bit too intricate and complicated for the damage that offense did.
Right.
They did it for the sake of flash.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It was just
I
like,
feel
why
you.
would
It just seemed unnecessary.
Like, why would you do all that just to do that to somebody? You know what I mean? Like, I came, like, there was one spot, it was some kind of, like, multi-man tag team tandem something or other. Like, one guy flipped, the other guy, like, held him. And it's just, like, you didn't need to do all that.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a lot of that in that match.
Yeah.
There was more good than bad.
Yeah.
So to speak. So again, I'm just nitpicking here, but again, overall, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a fun ride.
Yeah, I thought it was
a good
match.
start.
I'm an old school guy. I noticed the same thing. It goes back to the old saying: sometimes less is a whole lot more.
Yeah,
and that right there.
They did do a whole lot of setup for not a big payoff.
Yeah,
when they could have went straight to the move and then went on.
And it probably still it would have been just as effective.
Yeah.
You know, even without having to go through all the extra theatrics.
And more so. I think in some ways even more so effective. Because again, as he said, he summed it up perfectly. Less is more.
Yeah.
It was just a bit too much. And I get it. They wanted to, you know, their intentions was to go out there. It's like, I want to light this place up. You know, and plus, being in that spot, you know, match number 2, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course you want to go out there and light that crowd up.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
Chicago. So, So, I get it that their intentions were good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, less is more.
Yeah,
so The ending, the finish was pretty neat.
Yes.
What was it? A Frankensteiner into a
I think a cutter. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was a good finish. I like that.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. I really enjoyed that.
One of the many first time innovative things we've seen tonight.
Yeah, it was a really innovative type of night. Different moves, different things that we had a chance to see.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match, and I thought, and honestly, I thought that the Private Party, they were the right ones to go over.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were the right ones to go over. They were in a small way they were kind of made, because I don't think they were at the last couple of shows. I don't think they were.
Well, they were at. I do believe they were on another pre-show.
Were they on another pre-show
or a Battle Royal or something? And like they got noticed by like Cody and them. They ended up getting signed to AEW because of that.
Oh, okay.
I do believe.
Yeah.
You know, correct us out there, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, correct.
I'm sure somebody out there is going, "Oh, these clowns don't know what they're talking about."
Oh, you know how it is, man. You know they're fast to clickety clack.
Oh, they're already clickety clacking right now. They're already mad.
I already know. But luckily for us, we got the household, and you know, they're dope.
Yeah, we got that love.
Oh yeah, we got the love that's gonna push out those keyboard clickers, bro. You know what I mean?
We got the light that'll push away their shrouds of darkness.
Absolutely, bro. It's the household. You know, 20,000 strong, bro. 20,000 strong. And
in North Korea. He's back, by the way, guys.
Oh, he is back.
He's back. Our listener from, I don't even know if I should be saying this. Should we drop it?
I think you should.
Yeah, our listener from North Korea, he's back.
I know, man. I'm glad to hear that he's safe.
This man, not only is he safe, he's still breaking the laws over there to download our show. He's still listening.
I want to know who this guy is.
And you know what's crazy? I know his name, but I'm not going to drop his name because I can't drop his name because his name gets out there. We know everybody listens to the show.
He's responsible for his death.
There you go. And not only his death, they punish his kids, his grandkids. Like, they don't play over there, but he's not missed an episode. So much love to you, person in Korea who shall be nameless.
I don't want that. Yeah, keep him nameless, bro. I don't need his blood on my hands.
Yeah,
I don't want it, bro.
So yeah,
I don't want it.
If you guys are talking about the keyboard clickers, the haters out there on the show, and I know we're going to touch base on this way in this cast, but if you guys didn't like the product, and I'm just going to say how it ended, then you guys are just a bunch of marks. Because if you didn't see the bigger picture in this, you guys are marking out. So you guys can hate all you want, but they did the right thing.
And what we're gonna do now, children? Can you say amen with me now?
Amen. Hallelujah. Hey, that's the gospel right there. That's somebody that's in the business that's telling you. So I don't know what else. I mean, we're gonna get to it. I'm sure we'll break it down a whole lot more. No, that's it. We're gonna break it down a whole lot more later. But that's it, man. Like, you just know how those guys are, man. You can't tell them nothing.
No, can't tell them nothing.
You can't tell them nothing.
Again, we say it all the time. It's all subjective and all that, but don't get mad just because your guy didn't win or just because it didn't go your way.
Exactly. And then you're done watching because it didn't go the exact way that you wanted it to. Come on.
Damn lie. We'll see you in October.
Yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna see him in October. Come on, bro.
And we'll watch you click on the podcast.
Exactly.
Next one.
Exactly. And they're gonna come. They're going. Listen, man. They're going. At this point, they're going to download whether they agree with us or they don't, because they've been doing it.
It's true. But thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah.
And anytime I'm on here, I'll talk shit to you just the same. So.
Hey, we do the same thing. Hey, sometimes we tell them the shit they don't want to hear either, and they still download us.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind.
Exactly. It's called tough love. Stop hating everything, damn it. It's okay to like things.
Yeah.
But
and it's okay for others to like things too. I got like for example, I got a bitch.
Sure.
I'm gonna bitch. Sure. I actually made a comment that TNT, shared a clip of the spot where Pentagon did that spot to one of the Young Bucks through the table.
Through the table, yes, fantastic. And we'll talk more about that.
Crazy, yeah, which we'll get to that. And I just commented on there. I was like, fantastic. I was like, this show is tremendous from top to bottom. Loved it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a laugh react to that. Why am I gonna get a laugh react to that?
Because you like things, bro.
Because like what was funny about that? Like
you'd be surprised how we kill them all the time on this show, and I'll kill those people. I'll kill those people verbally till I'm blue in the face. They don't got nothing to be happy about, bro.
Nothing.
They don't got nothing to be happy about.
Stealing other people's shine because they're tired of their own shade, dude. We say it all the time.
Yes, man. Yeah, I don't got no heat for I don't got no oxygen for those people. No oxygen for those people. What I do got oxygen for is this next match, and that's SoCal Uncensored going up against Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt, and now they're being called the Jurassic Express.
Yep. I like it.
I'm cool.
I love it. And just to touch on a production thing.
Yeah.
The little shaky thing they did with the camera.
Oh yes.
Not only did they do
that was
it,
nice.
Not only they did it while they was doing like a shot in the ring. Like they were like showing just like random shot in the ring. Like, I don't even think there was anybody in there but the ref.
Yeah.
Or no, SCU was already in there.
SCU was already in the ring. Yeah, they came out first.
And then all of a sudden, it's like the dinosaur was hitting the foot.
Yeah.
And then like you see the screen vibrate.
Yes.
And then it went to their intro, their little Titantron.
And there was a little water, and
yeah,
you could see. Yes, it was good stuff.
That was just.
It was really
whoever
good.
Come up with that idea is brilliant.
Yeah, that was really good. I really dug that, and I just really like. I really like what they do together as a whole. Period. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, the little tiny guy, man, little tiny dude, but coming out together. I mean, they make it work, and Luchasaurus looks like scary on his own, but him having Jungle Boy on his back just kind of softens it up, you know.
I just thought of a great idea they need to do for Marco Stunt.
What's that?
Like, make it somehow like do like the switcheroo thing with him, where they add water to him and he actually grows up to the size of an actual wrestler.
You guys are talking about Marco Stunt. I just want to put out there the dude that talks shit about Marco Stunt. I hope he's still getting flack for it. And I hope it hurts his bookings and everything, because Marco Stunt, he's definitely a great worker. He definitely showed up tonight, especially after one of the spots in the match put him in big danger. And he came out of that.
Thank
Just
goodness.
A little misplacement. I didn't really get a good glimpse of it because of the camera angle or whatnot on whose fault it was on the placement. But definitely a collision there on the ramp. But Marco Stunt, he definitely deserves to be there, no matter what anybody says.
I don't care what nobody says. Yeah.
No debates.
Yep.
That match was a blast.
It was so much fun. Yeah, and I really got a chance to see a whole lot of tag team a tag team coalition between Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and really see what they could do as a tag team. Some of their moves that they put together was really nice. There was one where I think Luchasaurus had no, it wasn't Luchasaurus, it was Jungle Boy, and I think they spun him around. And it was just wild. Like, I can't even describe some of the moves that they did because it was unique.
It ended up in like a tornado DDT.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
It was Luchasaurus picked the guy up,
and he spun him around.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 spins.
Yes, that was just crazy.
You guys can't forget SCU either. I mean, Frankie and Christopher look like they haven't aged, and they.
You were saying that during the match.
Talking about 2 guys that have the experience and been in the business forever that can still go and make it look easy. Those 2 are phenomenal.
Man, it seems like they've been in the like you said, just to capitalize on that, seems like they've been in the business forever, but they work the same. Like, it doesn't seem like they're any worse for wear. Like, fine wine, SCU, man, and it's crazy to see just how well they're doing. I mean, you got guys like them who've been wrestling forever. And Jericho's another guy that they just keep it going. I don't know what it is, but they're just finding all kinds of different ways to keep themselves fresh. What were you thinking about SCU in this match, man?
I thought they killed it.
Yeah.
Christopher Daniels does not wrestle like a man who's considered retirement a few times.
Right.
Like, he wrestles like somebody who just got in the business.
He's still
5-6 years ago.
Still feels like he's hungry.
Yeah, and they did great in their roles. I mean, again, they made those guys, even though they won. It was.
They showed them love after the match.
And that was great. Because they could be cocky guys and brash and all that, and the crowd. Can Luchasaurus for a second. Let's talk about this monstrosity.
Of course.
For a moment.
Of course, I'd like to talk about Luchasaurus.
This man has ignited. Every time I've seen that man wrestle 3 times.
Yeah.
right? Well, so
I think it's about that time.
Yeah, I would say 3 times.
About 3.
And every time there's been a spot in the match where Luchasaurus has lit that crowd on fire.
Yeah.
Had him chant his name, all that. And this man's what, 40? He's in his 40s, right?
I'm not for sure. I have to check up on that.
Because I believe he's kind of up there. I mean, I don't want to say 40s is not up there in age.
I understand what
for
you
the
mean.
man to be that big and a move like that, period, is insane.
Yes,
but
man.
Especially if he's in his 40s and shit. Because I mean, that guy's ridiculous.
34.
34. Okay, 34.
Yep,
Well,
yep,
still 34. That's still pretty damn good.
He's still, yeah.
You know?
I mean, and he started in the business late. I think.
Right.
I think he started late.
See, yeah. So I mean, again, the dude's got talent.
He's definitely talented. He's definitely
and
talented.
when's their t-shirts, man? Like, I want their t-shirts.
I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Dude, 6'5", you know what I mean? Big guy. He's 233 pounds from a while looking here because I had to look it up and make sure the age was right.
I was about to say, don't act like you just pulling those stats off the top of your
No,
head.
nope, definitely not. Yeah, he's a big dude. He really reminds
His
me of
favorite
like
breakfast food is.
He likes long walks in the park.
yeah,
cuddling.
strolls on the beach.
He's
really,
an omnivore.
Man, I really like him a lot, man, because I get Kane vibes off of him. I get good Kane vibes.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like him being that bigger guy that can move. Because remember, you gotta take your mind back. Remember how smooth we thought Kane was in the ring for being such a big guy?
It's true.
He could go up on that top rope and give you that nice top rope clothesline that he always used to give.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that Kane was another big man ahead of his time, and I think that Luchasaurus is going to follow that trend.
It's very true. I can remember thinking, like, watching Kane in, Kane's prime, where
he was smooth.
I'm like, man, that big dude shouldn't be flying around like that.
Exactly.
And Luchasaurus, that big man shouldn't be flying around like that.
Exactly.
And kicking people in the head like
dude,
that.
his
Like,
kicks are sick.
Man, ridiculous.
I love that dude. I'm really excited for
Yoshi
his
done put in all the cheat codes. Like this man.
Yes,
awesome.
man.
It was just awesome.
It's awesome. He's awesome. And
I want the t-shirts. Give me the t-shirts.
I'm here for it, bro.
Like all of them.
I'm here for it. I thought that was a good match. I really think that there's a bright future for Jurassic Express. I do. Man, for a quick second before we move on to the next, let's talk about this AEW tag team division.
Stacked.
It's really stacked.
Stacked. It's definitely tag team wrestling is not an afterthought in AEW.
No.
And they don't even have tag titles yet.
Oh,
no, they don't. Not their own.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I just read this. Coming from WrestleZone. Jericho dismisses the war with NXT. Says, why would you start a war with some minor leagues?
Oh.
That's breaking news.
And that is yet another shot across the bow.
And then Jericho follows that up with, there is no war for me at all because there is not one guy on that show that I have ever heard of before.
Whoa. Damn. He is coming for every last bit of the smoke. Shots fired, bro. My gosh. Jericho, we're definitely going to get to him later on in this show. But
So
man,
saith the GOAT.
Sorry for the cutoff. I'm good at cutoffs, guys.
No, it's all good. It's all
but
good. It's
I
news we need
figured
to
that
know.
needed to.
That needed to be
That was
said.
great info
out
to
there.
pepper in. That's
Oh,
fine.
yes. Oof. Oh, we
Break
definitely will be
news
talking
here
about
from
Jericho.
time to
Yeah,
time.
we
Well,
do.
it'll be Monday when this drops, so I mean,
Yeah.
don't know it. But whatever.
It's all good.
If you didn't
it's
know,
all
now
good.
you know.
Hey, now they know. And another match I want to let you guys know about that I was here for, Kenny Omega versus the Bastard Pac.
It was a fun match. It was
a fun match.
Everything
it
it needed to be.
It was definitely a fun match. Absolutely.
Can't believe.
Yeah,
Pac won.
I couldn't believe it. The only disconnect for that match with me is just the fact that Pac was a ringer. Just thrown in last minute because we all know that it should have been Mox.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We all know that it should have been Mox, but there was just that, for me, there was that disconnect because it was just that one match on the card that didn't really mean much, outside of, within the squared circle, they were going to tell a story, and they did. It was a great match, but there was literally nothing on the line, and there was nothing they could do about that with the situation with Moxley. What do you think about that, Jared, as far as, this match going down and how well it was, but there was no there was no end game. Even though Pac won and we were all shocked by it,
Right.
but still, at the end of the day, it was just a match, just to have a match.
Yeah, I think I said it while we were watching it. The sheer fact of that match, why it happened, was so Kenny was still on the show.
Yeah, for
Plain and
sure.
simple.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
I
that.
mean, yeah, Pac's a good talent and whatnot. I've never been a real big fan of Pac ever.
Yeah,
No matter where he has wrestled, I just never really clicked for me.
Yeah,
so, it wasn't a big match for me. Love seeing Kenny work. Kenny's awesome.
Yeah, for
awesome
sure.
talent.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a good one to watch. But yeah, that match was thrown together for the sheer fact that Kenny was still on the card and somebody that could still hang with Kenny as well.
Oh, yeah.
Can't just throw anybody in there. And Pac can hang with him.
Yeah.
I mean, they had some shaky things. Just a couple of them.
Yeah,
and
there was a couple.
I don't know if Pac's shin shattered or not, but he took a
Ooh.
bad hit on the
Yeah, it was
guardrail.
bad.
Yeah, that was really rough. They really need to maybe think about expanding out that area outside the ring, maybe.
Yeah, they miscalculated the how close the guardrails was going to be. I mean, they knew that it was going to be a sellout. So I think they tried to push the people in there.
For sure.
Which, I mean, great camera work from there. You don't see a lot of other companies doing this anymore, but they showed the entire crowd.
Everybody.
They didn't have any
there was
spaces
nothing to hide.
Yeah, nothing
You
to
got to
hide.
have a crowd there to show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the facts, bro. That's the facts. And they were there, man. They were there. Chicago, they packed it there. It was a great show.
But yes, they do need to push the railings out.
Yeah.
They got to give the guys some room to work. I mean, hell, I can't remember. Oh, it was during the triple threat match.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna
they
get to that,
didn't.
yeah.
They didn't even have room to pull out tables.
Yeah,
So,
they had to push it back a
Yeah.
little bit. I noticed that, too.
Yeah,
I
you got to
noticed
have
that,
room
too.
to work out there.
Yeah, for sure. And it really didn't seem like there was a lot of room. Yeah, I know I enjoyed this match. Once again, we were shocked about the finish. Michael, when Pac went over from that submission victory, passing, he didn't tap out Kenny Omega. He passed out. What were you thinking, knowing that Pac was just there to kind of fill in a spot?
Well, I was shocked. I got to say, I was shocked. And it seemed like, man, the crowd was like in like almost like they just saw Undertaker get pinned for the first time. Shocked when
Yes.
when their wrestling demigod got choked out basically by what was it called, the Brutalizer?
For the
Brutalizer, yeah.
And I gotta say, it was a, dare I say it, a brutal looking move. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
that
was.
man's neck was turned at a perpendicular.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nasty, and I think this just adds to Mox and Omega, because now you're gonna have Mox saying, "Oh, you couldn't even beat Pac. You really think you're gonna come at me?"
Yeah.
I mean, because Mox is gonna talk shit about it.
Oh yeah, you know he is. And
So yeah, I think it was a good match. It was a surprising outcome.
Yeah.
This tells me that I don't think Pac's going anywhere.
No, I don't
anytime
think he is either.
soon.
I don't think he is either.
Because would they really have him go over Omega if Pac's just going to go right out the door?
Right. Man, I gotta
That makes
tell you, I think that Kenny Omega losing, that's one of two matches where Smarks are really gonna be like, oh, I didn't get what I want.
Oh, they're shitting all over it.
There's the other. We're definitely gonna talk about the other match.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely gonna talk about the other match. But this is one of those two matches that I think, and it's like, guys, you got to take a chill pill. You got to take a chill pill. I love Kenny Omega just as much as you guys do. I really do. Kenny's awesome. He can go in the ring. He doesn't have to win every match.
Well,
he doesn't have to win every match.
Let me propose this question to you folks. As good as Kenny Omega is, do you really want him pushed down your throats like John Cena was back in the day?
Ooh, good point.
As good as he is, yeah, I can watch Kenny Omega work all day
Me too, yeah.
long. But as good as Kenny Omega is, I don't want him pushed at me like that all
Yeah,
the time. I
yeah.
don't. I don't want him going over all the time.
No.
There's more of a story to be told in climbing up the mountain than just watching from the mountaintop looking
Yeah,
down all
yeah.
the time. So,
coming from a little insight too is you can't get excited for somebody, a baby. You can't get excited for the baby if the baby is winning all the time.
Yeah.
Then you know the baby's going to win the match every single time. There's no excitement in the match.
Yeah.
You already know the outcome of the match.
Yep.
So why not have some diversity in the matches that the big baby's in, and change it up? Do the surprise endings like what happened tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody guaranteed Kenny was going to win the match against Pac. Pac was just thrown in there.
Yep.
But what happened? Big swerve by AEW. AEW did a great swerve.
Yep.
I think they did a great job on that. They can go anywhere with Pac now because he beat the great Kenny Omega.
Yep.
And then they can play with Mox coming back. They can even turn it into a triple threat match now because Pac just put his name into that running to be in those storylines like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, you can't get excited and you can't cheer for a baby if you already know what's going to happen.
For sure, I agree with that.
There you
I agree.
go.
That's why you can't win every single match, because the thrill of wrestling is, maybe he's gonna win. He could possibly win, and then it gets taken away. Last second. That's how wrestling is. It just plays with your emotions. And if your favorite wrestler is just winning all the time, then it's kind of boring. You know what I mean?
Right. It becomes tiresome. It becomes mundane. And we've seen mundane, and that's why we're cheering this change that's happening now.
Absolutely, yep.
Because it's not the same old shit. Because it was unpredictable. As we said, it was a swerve. Like, I did not see it. I did not see it coming at all.
That'd be good.
And again, I'm for it. I'm for it, and there were some rough, clunky spots in the match and all that. It almost seemed like there was kind of towards the end they lost their rhythm.
Yeah.
And I love JR. JR's such a pro. He's like, these men are perspiring. They're slick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple yet. It
helps string the story together,
and it still kind of weaves the line and tells the lyrics of the story that's being told in the ring. That because it was the latter part of the match. And I'm sure they were sweating and all that stuff, and that might have been part of it. I don't know. I've never done it. Ask Mike King over here. He could tell you more about the in-ring stuff. I can't talk about that. But just going off from just solely from observing. I enjoyed the match. And I was satisfied with the outcome. I was shook by it, but I was with it.
That's how you got to keep. You got to keep an open mind. It's just too many fans, man. Too many fans that they find things to complain about. You see it all the time. We get it. Kenny Omega, he's a internet wrestling god. We get it.
God.
He can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. But guys, you got to keep an open mind. You know what I mean? You got to keep an open mind. He cannot win every single match. He's going to go out there and kill it. He's one of the best in the ring, but he can't win every single match, and he doesn't need to. So Kenny Omega loses this match. Pac goes over. I think something big is going to be coming Pac's way. I think he's here to stay now that he's won, and I think it was a good match.
And let me add this as well. I'm more looking forward to Kenny Omega's reaction in losing than I would have been looking forward to seeing what Kenny Omega is going to do and his reaction and everything if he would have won.
Yeah.
Again, there's more of a story there. Stories, let it breathe.
Yep.
The loss is fine. Kenny Omega's fine.
He'll be fine. It'll be okay. I promise you guys it'll be okay.
All about bigger pictures.
There it is right there. Gotta be able to understand.
Scheme.
Yep.
The grand scheme.
Grand scheme of things. And moving right along, let's switch gears, man, to Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela, and Darby Allin. And,
sponsored by Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, what was that? That was so random.
Dude, they had me at the pan of biscuits.
I'm surprised.
I remember you saying that.
I'm still surprised.
I remember you saying that.
Cracker Barrel sponsored it. Cracker Barrel is a very unique restaurant empire.
Yeah.
To see them, me personally, I worked for Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I was a manager for them. And just knowing the background of Cracker Barrel and what they stand for and whatnot, I was very surprised that they would take on sponsoring a wrestling show, which I'm thrilled by it. Great company.
Yeah.
Sponsoring a business I love.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It was awesome to see their equipment. Don't know if I would have picked that match for them to sponsor.
Yeah, that was a little weird. We were talking about that throughout the match. That was a little odd, especially such a match that was. I mean, it was less of a wrestling match and just more of a fight.
Yeah.
And that's really what we saw. What did you expect from these three specific guys? Of course, they're going to go out there. You got Jimmy Havoc out there stapling everybody, including himself. I mean, dude, man.
No,
this
bro.
dude.
It wasn't about the staples. It was those fucking paper cuts that I couldn't
Oh
watch.
man, the paper cuts.
Very
bro.
rare, dude. I've watched the barbed wire bomb matches in Japan with Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. I've watched the CZW Cage of Death, 37, whatever. Didn't look away once. This sumbitch took a piece of paper and put it between that man's lips in his mouth and cut
He cut his lips up, man. He gave him that Joker smile, bro.
No, you want to know where I got these scars? No! No, bitch, I don't.
I think the biggest question is, has anybody checked on Cornette?
Oh,
is he in the hospital right now, or
he's
what?
having a heart attack after that.
Coronary something.
Well, goddamn! He hit him with the paper biscuits, for fuck's sake.
Yo, didn't Joey Janela pull out a tennis racket and then
and
toss it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear Cornette. Oh well, fuck you. I can hear Cornette now.
He's pissed.
Cornette was getting hot. I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie. We usually don't drop or plug other people's podcasts. I can't wait to hear Cornette's next podcast.
Oh, his response to that will be priceless. But man, this match, I gotta say, man, this match was fun. I had a blast watching it.
I dug it.
It was fun to watch. I think some of the things that they did kind of went a little bit too far. I mean, the whole duct taping. Havoc to the chair.
Put in the thumbtacks in his mouth and then taping his mouth. Yeah,
that was just
some
overkill.
of it was much. Yeah,
it was overkill. That stuff didn't need to be done.
Right.
I'm sure old Corny would say the entire match was overkill, but we'll find out when he drops that.
Oh, yeah.
I love Corny to death, but I can't wait to hear what he says.
Yeah.
Oh man, you want to know
Cuss
what
me? I'll come through that motherfucking window.
What I want to hear him talk about. What I want to hear him talk about is that back dive that Darby Allin did with the coffin drop with the barrel on his back. Oh, he probably is gonna rip that.
Yeah.
He's gonna rip it.
Well, again, just to throw a little, give you an idea of what Cornette thinks of Darby Allin. Cornette actually liked Darby Allin.
Yeah.
And because he was like, Darby Allin says, he's this tortured soul, he's this skater kid, he doesn't worry about pain, that's his gimmick. And then he's like, then I found out that that's actually who he is. He actually does this shit. And I just thought, well, he's just a fucking idiot.
He's so pissed. I love how pissed off he is. He loves it, man.
He's my favorite old head, dude, I'm telling you.
Corny loves the business, though.
He loves it so much.
He loves the business.
Yeah, he wouldn't get so mad if he didn't love it.
Right.
Well, he feels like that a lot of these new talents are bastardizing it, and it bugs him. So I think his heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
He wants to protect the sanctity of it because he came from a time when it was legit.
Oh yeah.
Because that man told stories where him and the Express was out there and people tried to hop around. He had to split some fan's dome with his with his tennis racket that he still owns now. Talk about man's forehead was spurting blood and all this stuff. Again, back when he was real.
Man, I tell you.
Yeah, this ain't the Cornette show though. So.
No, it's not.
We love you though, man.
No, I just wanted to bring. I did want to bring.
Hope you're okay.
Oh man, his face is red though, bro.
Oh, dude, he was yelling.
Yeah, take especially an extra blood pressure pill tonight.
His wife told him to go to bed. Dog was barking at him.
And especially after this match, man, and I just got to say, like, Joey Janela, he ain't working for me.
Joey Janela, Vanilla Janela don't do nothing for me.
He don't do nothing for me, bro.
He just don't. I don't get it. Again, correct me, guys. At me.
Right.
What am I missing?
Yeah.
I know it's subjective. Wrestling is subjective.
For sure.
I could be wrong. I don't see it.
I don't see it, man.
I get it. The guy's not afraid to take a bump.
Yeah.
I get it. And I'll say the chair spot was kind of funny, where they did the monkey flip thing with the chair.
Yeah,
and
when he landed on his feet and stuff.
Was like,
something different.
Yeah,
something different. It was cool.
I'm not totally killing that guy. I just, it don't work
I'm not
with me.
saying he don't need to be there.
Yeah, I'm not even implying that.
He almost looked out of place to me. I mean, even when he wrestled Mox, I was like, "What the hell?"
That's
wrestling
it.
Mox in a hardcore match. I was like, he didn't fit in there.
I don't get it.
And then you do this triple threat, hardcore rules, and he didn't fit with the other guys. I know that they were trying to get somebody that didn't fit with those two because the other two have similar gimmicks. Darby and Havoc, it's similar. And
darkish type.
Collar to the ring with his gear and his gimmick and everything, but he just seemed out of place. And when I look at Janela, I don't see hardcore wrestler.
No, I don't either.
Not
I don't either.
This is gonna sound stiff, and I mean this with. This is gonna sound. I always hate when people say, "I don't mean any disrespect," and then they say something disrespectful.
Yeah.
But that's may see how this sounds like. But
when
I see Janela, I see backyard wrestler.
Ooh.
That I mean that, and maybe it's not that bad.
I see where you're coming from.
But I see. I mean, he's from CZW, was he not?
I think he did some stuff with them.
And I don't know. Being in the business, we hate that.
I know that's bad.
Yeah.
That's why I was really apprehensive to say it.
I literally up in South Bend almost beat the hell out of a guy.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die
for even saying backyard wrestler because he wasn't happy with what me and my partner at the time did in the ring. So
no shit.
Referred to us as backyard wrestlers. And
see, and again, I didn't.
I think that he meant more of a way that have you seen some of the things that Joey Janela's done?
Yeah. No, I understand. What you're saying.
And that's kind of because, like I said, I did my research on the guy because I was looking forward to his match with.
But I think
Moxley because I was like, why are they putting this guy with Moxley?
Right.
See, it's an inflammatory remark, basically, that I feel like that people in the business say to other people to say that you don't know how to work. But from your aspect, you're seeing it as some of the things that Joey Janela has done in the business, which, let's face it, are not smart.
Well,
they haven't been smart decisions, and they have been in backyards. Some of the stuff that I've seen.
That's part of it, and the other part is just solely based on appearance.
Yeah,
like you got Jimmy Havoc. He's got this badass fucking makeup and this mask and this look and he's got all this shit, right? And then you got Darby Allin coming out with, his face paint, his look. He's got a cool fucking look, right? Yeah. And then here comes fucking Janela with, his, and I get he's got his throwback rocker thing or whatever, but just
it's not
his
connecting.
presence just exudes that. And again, Jared, I hope you don't, I didn't mean any disrespect in saying that, whatsoever, because again, the dude's far more of a wrestler than I ever have been and I ever will be. And, again, he's on AEW, so obviously he has something.
For sure, he's there for a reason.
That they see.
But from our perspective, and we talk from a fan's perspective.
Right.
We talk from a fan's perspective.
Again, from a fan's perspective. And again, like when I say that again, is he a backyard wrestler? Absolutely not. I mean, he's working for a multi-million-dollar company. He's been on multiple shows for them, and he headlined one of their pay-per-views.
Right.
So, again, there's something to that guy.
Yeah.
So,
I'm willing to double down and say that it's not working for me.
Right. And that right now, Hutch is getting choked out by Mike King because he crossed the line.
But I'm willing to double down and say that he don't work for me, bro. He doesn't work for me. Do I respect what he's done in the ring? And like you said, he headlined one of their shows, and he's there for a reason. But I'm entitled to my opinion too, and my opinion is I don't see it yet.
Right.
I don't see it yet. Will it get there? Maybe it will, but I don't see it yet. And I think that the right person went over in Jimmy Havoc. I think that Jimmy Havoc needed that W because Jimmy Havoc, I think all he's done, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think all he's done is lose since he came in. So I think he was due for a win.
Yeah, Havoc was.
Yeah.
And let me clear this up.
Sure.
It wasn't a fan that I almost beat the hell out of. It was another worker.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Before somebody jumps on here and goes, Mike King was talking about beating the hell out of a fan just for disagreeing with what he did in the ring.
Right.
And
no, guys, it was another worker.
No.
It was another worker.
But he did whisper and tell me he's going to beat my ass after this show's over.
That's very true. That's just because I don't like Hutch.
Yeah, it happens.
Hey, man.
Happened in high school. Things don't change. So,
hey, you do a pretty good job on the commentary table, though.
am I? I do my thing.
Moving right along, let's move over to the homie throne.
The homie throne.
The homie throne. That is the Dark Order going up against the Best Friends, and they made this match meaningful, man. They made it to where whoever wins this match gets a bye in the first round of their tag team tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, I like this. Again, it wasn't
Yes.
a match that was just thrown together.
Yeah.
It was a match that, was meaningful for both teams. Because, I mean, hell, if you're in a tournament, why wouldn't you want to buy in it?
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. You want that extra rest.
Right. So, yeah, we had, the Dark Order out there with the homies.
Yep.
All the homies were out there. And, again, it's just, I love this Dark Order thing. It's
Yes.
weird.
And different.
It's different. I've never seen anything like it before. Uno shouldn't be able to move and do some of the things that he does. I know some, the man that we've name dropped on our show multiple times tonight, Cornette, has referred to that man as sloppy. I didn't personally see that tonight.
I didn't see it either.
Even though, again, I'm just a fan.
Right.
You know, but I liked what I saw here. And I just love this emphasis on tag team wrestling in AEW.
Yes, man.
Because there's so many good teams.
There's a lot of different teams, bro.
So many. And different styles. Like,
Yep.
so many diverse talent. Like, again,
bro,
I know
how
we've
is
said
it-
it, but WWE better watch their
They
shit,
really need
dude,
to, bro.
Because
They really need to, because they grew that tag division almost overnight.
it was revealed as if it was. This has been a very meticulous plan, and that's why I say that
I'm sure it has.
AEW knows what they're doing.
And you're right. I agree with that. I'm sure
But
they
it's
have.
blossomed fast.
But the way that it's been presented and the way they push, like I said, behind the scenes, the workings, you're right about that. They're obviously working behind the scenes to make but as far as their presentation and how these teams came to be, it's happened really fast, bro.
Yep. They stacked them out there. There's like, here we go again, just playing more cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's completely off subject, guys, but supposedly. Oh yeah, hell, you just posted about it. You might as well talk about Kylie Ray.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys just posted about it. Kylie Ray has been released from AEW, and best of luck to her, because it looks like, from what they were saying, that it's depression and mental health issues and a spinal injury. So she's has been officially retired from wrestling.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's sad, because
That's
Kylie,
really
Kylie
sad. She's
was,
good.
Yeah.
I hate to hear that.
Jeez. I'll have to look more into that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've not been on the. Did that just dropped? I assume.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is big news.
I assume that was probably Majin on our.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Majin.
Yeah, Majin on our page.
29 minutes ago.
Wow. Yeah, good looking out, Majin. Getting that information out there.
Throwing that out there. Oh man.
But yeah, I hate to hear that.
I really hate to hear that. You said, man.
Yeah, supposedly a spinal injury, which probably if her spinal injury is really bad, then that's going to definitely play with her depression.
Yeah, because she's going to
whatnot,
be in the
because
ring.
she'll never be able to be back in the ring again if that's the case. If it's that bad, so. I know if I couldn't step back in the ring again, it'd mess with me pretty hard. So.
She's really talented.
Yes, she was.
That's rough.
Damn.
That is really rough.
Good luck to that girl, man.
Yeah, I hope she finds something else that can fill that void, because it stinks when you love something so much. Like professional wrestling, there's nothing like it. You know what I mean?
And to have it ripped away under terms that's not your own.
And she just signed with a major company as possibly one of their aces in that women's division.
Yeah. That's soul crushing stuff.
That is soul crushing, bro.
Damn.
Oof.
That really brought this show down.
Yeah, there's no easy segue out of that.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell we're gonna get out of that.
Yeah, there's no easy segue out of that. So, but we're gonna try to, because we have to try to,
gotta keep pushing.
Keep pushing on.
Good luck to her. Good luck to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to her, and hopefully, things get better. But whoa, but yeah. as far as this match, the Dark Order, Best Friends, they put on a good match. Dark Order goes over, and the Homie Throne are officially called the Creepers now.
The Creepers.
The Creepers.
Well, it's always the Homie Throne to me.
I think it's always going to be the Homie Throne here in your house.
They're the homies, man. The Dark Order with the homies.
Where's that millennial group you were talking about? The Creepers. It probably needs to be censored.
Oh, yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah,
that'd be something. Oh, that'd be something.
We ain't gonna tell you about it tonight.
That's something.
We don't want anybody to steal the idea.
No, we don't want anybody to steal
That's what you call planting a seed.
Yes, man. And this match was good, but as the match was ending in the Dark Order, we're taking away. I do believe it. I think it was Chuck Taylor. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the lights go out, and who appears in the ring?
The most deadly man in professional wrestling.
Yes, and that is Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy didn't even take his hands out of his pockets.
He didn't need to. He saved those men by not taking his hands out of his pockets.
He saved so many lives, bro. He dives through the rope without taking his hands out of his pockets. Takes out the homies.
The whole
homie gets back in the ring, kips up without taking his hands out of his pockets.
Huge pop.
They were all happy to see him, man. This dude. So is he working with the Best Friends now?
Oh, that's the crew.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's looking like it. So let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask this to Mike King over here. Now we're seeing a lot of trios. Now it seems like, we're seeing trios with Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt. We're seeing it with SCU, including Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing another trio. Now, what are the chances that you think that down the line we may possibly see a trios championship?
I think before we actually see AEW trios championship, I think they bring the AAA trios.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Bring some prestige in there.
They just brought the AAA tag titles up, so why wouldn't they bring up the AAA trios title?
For sure.
Continue doing business.
Yeah. And plus it's a good look because those titles are prestigious and time,
I like how they're incorporating different belts in it. They incorporated the 10 pounds of gold.
Yes.
They incorporated the
which was awesome.
NWA title into their very first pay-per-view there, which was awesome.
Yep. That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Then they're bringing in the AAA titles.
Yeah.
What titles are they going to keep bringing in?
Awesome. It is. I like that. I like to see the different titles. Man, going back, and I'm not going to touch on this too much because we still got a whole show ahead of us. But man, it was awesome to see 10 pounds of gold being defended at All In. That was awesome. I love that belt. Love the prestige behind that belt. So that was really awesome, and I agree with you.
Story.
Oh, yes. To be able to hold the same title as his dad, that was everything. When that happened, that was amazing. I still think that was amazing. Man, I tell you, this tag division, it's amazing. It's looking really good, man. They've got a good tag division going. Now enough people on the rosters to where we could even consider, hey, in the next year they could possibly bring in the Trios Championship. They're moving in the right direction, and they're building, and building is important, especially with this women's division, and that's going to lead me to the next match, which was Riho going up against Hikaru Shida, and I got to tell you, man, this match was a down point for me. Not in a major way, but I just didn't connect with either one of these two women. And even though the match was pretty good, it did cause me to kind of tune out a little bit. I can't lie. Where were you at, Hutch?
I was kind of the same way. I mean, it's no disrespect to either talent.
Absolutely not.
Because, I mean, it's not even that the match itself was bad. The match itself was smooth.
Yeah.
And I do like that they're continuing to tell the story with that pinfall that, what was her name, Riho?
Riho.
Yeah. That Riho got. Because Riho beat Nyla Rose with that.
Yeah.
In that triple threat unexpectedly.
Yep.
And then she won here with it tonight, and now on October 2nd, I do believe, they are doing the women's championship match, and now the story is, will she be able to beat Nyla Rose again with this roll-up pin? So it's like, I like that they're just like trying to pin a story there a little bit.
Yeah.
That's cool, but the match itself, nah. Again, I'm nitpicking here, but it didn't click with me either. If there was anything to say, it was kind of a down point on the show, as it were, it would be this one. But that's mean to say because, again, the match itself was good. It's just, like you said, both talents really didn't connect with me. And all I saw was who's going to be Nyla's victim.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's where I think it's going. So, it was what it was, and, yeah, it's kind of where I'm at with it. It's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. It didn't really jump off, the screen to me. And Riho, if you ask me who I think is going to win between Riho and Nyla Rose to represent the company as the first ever champion, man, I'm saying Nyla Rose all day because Riho, she is talented. I'm not saying that she's not, but she doesn't have all this buzz around her like Nyla Rose does right now. Everything we all know who Nyla identifies as, you know what I mean? It's not no secret to anybody, and she really did get showcased in that battle royal to show all her positives, to accentuate all her positives. I think that they're driving it big time to make her the first AEW Women's Champion, and that's going to get a lot of people talking. And I know that Jared was talking about this as well. So what are you thinking, man? Are you thinking that Nyla Rose is going to jump out of this thing as the champion after October 2nd? And how do you think that's going to affect the company, PR-wise moving forward if she does win?
So to me, personally, just knowing that we know that happened at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Okay? Not the end of her match, but the end of the actual show.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think they missed on the whole setup for the women's title.
Okay.
Myself personally.
Sure.
I know if Nyla goes over for that title, which I think she might,
mm-hmm.
I see what they're doing there, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, given the situation and everything, and whatnot, I think it's great. The PR, you're going to have people coming from both sides on that. So I mean, you're going to have a lot of haters, but a lot of people that support.
Yeah.
Definitely going to bring a lot of buzz. However, me personally,
mm-hmm.
I would think that you would put people that are more known in that position to start it.
Yeah.
To bring prestige to the title.
Sure.
We'll touch base on kind of a little bit more because when we touch base on the main event, I want to refer back to this because it all ties in together on what I'm talking about. Because to me, I mean, you could still use a younger lady and don't have to go back to, where you'd use Tara or somebody like that, a big name in the women's wrestling, or they contact, Trish or Tori or somebody like that to hold their title, or Jazz,
Or Jazz.
But, you could use a Tessa Blanchard.
That would have been
my ideal.
I'm sitting here thinking.
That would have been my ace. That would have been my
Tessa,
ace.
Which
easily.
I know she's contracted in different places and stuff like that. That's probably one of the reasons why she's not there.
Yeah.
She was at the first one.
Yeah.
But now she's not here anymore, so I'm guessing that's probably what's
that
doing
Tony
it.
Khan money could have got her there, though.
Yeah, for sure. Because you're talking Tessa Blanchard, that would have been my ace.
Oh man, yeah.
She's
that's
definitely
an easy shoe-in.
She's the parallel to Charlotte Flair, I think.
And just to kind of add on to what was, brilliantly said there, I think what kind of checked me out of this match too is neither one of these women were believable in beating Nyla Rose.
No, neither one of them.
Neither one of them. So it's why would I be invested in this match when again all I'm seeing is Nyla's next victim?
Yeah,
because that's what it's going to be, and I think it should be a one-sided match.
The thing is too, with that, but I mean, and it kind of goes with that, but what I'm going to refer to is raise matches against big guys.
Sure.
Mysterio's.
Right.
Yeah.
Mysterio against Big Show. He should never win. Mysterio against Mark Henry should never win, whatnot. I can see the stories that they're going with it. You know, it would be a complete upset and a huge babyface story for Riho to win that match. Could really build off of it. However, they're just not the right people at the right time.
Yeah.
There should have been somebody to bring the prestige to that title, just like they're doing to further the company anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta say, man, I got no smoke with Nyla Rose whatsoever. She's cool to me, but if you're asking me what non-WWE women's competitor I'd build my company around, 10 out of 10 times I'm saying Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Yep, I'm putting my women's division behind Tessa.
Yep.
Now, I had Nyla in the mix.
She'd be in the mix, yeah.
I'd have Nyla be the monster of my women's division.
Yeah.
But it'd be right there with Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which I will say they actually did, going back to the Battle Royal, there was like a cool little face-off they did with ODB, Jazz, and Kong.
Ooh.
That was cool.
That's pretty dope.
That was pretty cool.
I got to go back and watch that because that's part.
Yeah.
That was part of somebody.
Nyla.
I didn't know
Nyla
was there
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, ODB was there.
That's awesome.
So,
That is awesome.
So yeah, because I caught that on the stream. So yeah, sorry,
That's
I had to
awesome.
bounce back there.
No,
for a
that's
second
cool,
to throw
bro.
that
That's
in
cool
there.
because I didn't get a chance to see it. So,
But I think that's why I was like, it was another showcase spot for Nyla, because Nyla kind of tangled with Kong there for a few. They had kind of like a test of power thing.
I'm pretty sure ODB has a food truck. Just random knowledge.
I think she does too.
Everybody got
yeah.
to check that out. If they haven't checked out her food truck before, Google it. She's on there. Check out her food truck. Go check it out.
Awesome.
She's awesome.
I like
person.
food.
I do like food, bro. I do like food. But man, I gotta tell you what I don't like, and that's chair shots to the head.
Yeah, that just don't work for me.
Yeah, that don't work for me either, and that was a perfect segue for me to say that now it's time to talk about Cody and Shawn Spears.
I love this match.
I think they did a really good job, and man, can we just talk about just you said it yourself. I'm going to use the words that you said. The reset button. Yeah, man, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. But he hit the reset button, bro. Shawn Spears hit the reset button. Everything except for the 10 thing, which I think that he presented it in a different and very cool way instead of the flashy way that he did as Ty Dillinger.
Yeah. Subtle.
And man, he's totally different. I love it. He feels like a main event player to me, bro.
Yeah. It was a great look.
That man captured your attention from the moment that spotlight hit him while he was sitting in that chair.
Oh yeah,
because you were like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah, we didn't know at first.
And the way that man stood up and kept his head down the whole time.
It
didn't show his face for nothing. Dragged that chair along the ground, along that ramp all the way down, then dropped the hood, revealed the eye contacts, and all of a sudden I saw Ty Dillinger disappeared, and Shawn Spears, the main event player, stepped the fuck out.
Yeah.
And showed out. Like,
he really put on a good match.
It was great.
He really put on a good match, man. I'm telling you, he came through. He did a good job. Of course, Cody with the MJF by his side.
Yeah. Cody with his, or MJF with his homie, the roller coaster.
The roller coaster, bro. The roller coaster. And can we talk a little bit real quick about their entrance with the whole Star Trek thing, bro?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not a Trek guy.
Not me neither.
I respect it, as far as like the show itself and what it was, the legacy that it has and the nerddom that it's built. And I mean nerddom in the the most flattering positive way.
Yeah, for sure.
I respect all that. But again, it didn't. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it didn't do anything for me. It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I will say the puppy didn't want to be out there though.
Man, yeah, the dog
Pharaoh
didn't
want to be out there.
None of it.
Pharaoh heard that crowd pop. Pharaoh was like, "Nope, I'm going to go back."
Yeah,
the other puppies did.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Yes, Brandy, man.
That's sad. She had to go to the back.
Man, Cody's a lucky man. That's a lucky man right there, for real. Man. I tell you. But he picked MJF to come out there, stay out there, and they had the match. And I got to say,
let's talk about the beginning of the match.
Yes, they just came out the gate.
Came out
rolling.
Yes. It's something that nobody ever suspected that was going to happen.
Man,
very first thing, Cody pops.
Tully.
Old Tully.
Man.
When Tully takes the bump, nobody thinks Tully's going to be touched.
I didn't think Tully. Yeah.
And then Tully gets right back up after the punch.
And he gets physical.
Oh, man.
Oh, Tully Blanchard is still here for it.
And again, it's like...
Great spot.
And it was a great spot. And it's what it needed to be. Because, I mean... You're talking Sean... I mean, the story here is Shawn Spears made a river of Cody's head with that chair.
Yeah.
And so Cody's coming for that smoke right out of the gate. We ain't waiting for no bells. We ain't waiting for no bullshit. I'm coming for your head, brother.
It makes perfect sense.
And you and your boy. Like, I ain't forgot what you did to my dad either, asshole. Right. So catch these hands too.
Yep.
So I was there for this match. Again, the Cody segments. Yeah. I love the Cody Rhodes segments.
Cody's such a fantastic storyteller. Oh my gosh.
And just the old school stuff from like Tully coming in and distracting the ref, with one belt, or the distraction with the belt, Cody's weight belt, and then just for Tully to slide the other belt to Shawn Spears. So
and Earl Hebner still ain't taking no shit.
He ain't taking no shit from
nobody.
Don't
yell at that man.
None of it.
Nope.
God, I love
him. He come right at you.
That man, that man will have you in the corner apologizing.
And then the big surprise of the match.
Oh, yeah.
Great to see him back.
Oh, that was so awesome to come out there.
Probably one of my favorites back in the day.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorites to see old Double A come back.
He comes out
with
there.
With the Double A spine buster.
Yes, he comes out there, hits that spine buster. The crowd goes nuts.
The crowd practically
jumped.
On
impact, bro.
On impact, it looked like the crowd jumped when that spine buster hit. And, man, just... Again, old school stuff with a new school coat of paint.
Yeah.
I loved this match so much.
AEW for everybody.
Everybody.
That's the truth, bro. I could see Arn Anderson come out and do a spine buster 1,000,000 times and it never get old because it's so damn pretty.
I've always loved
it. Brought me back to when I was a kid. I was excited at that point in time. I marked out for that spot.
Yeah,
I did.
Dude. When I saw that impact, he hit that spine buster just as pretty as a picture, like he's always done.
Yeah.
Hit it pretty as a picture, and on impact, if you look out, because they showed a replay of it, if you look out in the crowd when he's doing the spine buster, on impact, soon as he hits that ground, you see people just jumping out of their
they jump
on impact.
It was
an awesome moment.
Again, wrestling is all about moments, dude.
Yeah.
And they they orchestrated collectively every talent that was involved in this.
Yeah.
Played that magnificently.
Yeah.
Every note was hit perfectly, and it was just awesome,
dude. It felt amazing, just as. Of course, I'm here for the current. Like, I love the new school, but to my eyes, old school is still cool. And I gotta say this. To see him do that, to do that spine buster, and still get that reaction.
Yes.
That's awesome, man.
That's
really awesome.
Even with his problems too, he can still give it like he was doing it yesterday.
He was doing it yesterday, and the crowd still gives him that respect.
Yeah, for sure. And again, WWE, take note. This is how you utilize your legends. You don't just drag them out. You don't just put them in some video. You don't just drag them out on some random episode of Raw because USA's tired of your stale ass ratings. You bring them out to make new talent too.
Yep.
Because Shawn Spears was made in taking that spine buster.
Yes, he was.
Right?
Yeah.
Because again, that's how it works. Jared, correct me. You're in the business. That's how it works, right?
Yeah. I mean, your name's tied to that moment now.
Yes,
right. And that moment is going to be shown time and time and time again.
Because you have to think about it. There's gonna be a few images that are going to be cemented in AEW's company. Images that you're going to be seeing for years to come. One of those moments is Dustin's bloody face in his match with his brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Another one is going to be, in my eyes, that spine buster, because they captured something right there in that moment. That one moment, that quick moment where he spine busted him and the whole crowd jumped up. You're gonna see that in AEW packages for years to come.
Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine how great that felt to Art Anderson to hear
Oh
that?
man,
like I can't
just
imagine.
for him to be able to go out there and be like, man, I could still go out there and they still love me. And when he went to the back, he had to be feeling pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because that was an awesome moment.
I think you could tell how great he was feeling when he was on that ramp. The way he reacted.
Yeah, the way he
'cause,
reacted
like,
to
the crowd
it.
was still just
Dude,
roaring,
the energy, the energy in that building was awesome. And I know we're talking a lot about it, but you guys have to see it to truly understand how big this moment was. Because I'm telling you, we're gonna be seeing that on AEW highlight packages for years to come. We are. And it's good, and it's gonna be awesome. And that match was awesome. And Cody goes over, gets him clean with the crossroads, and it was an emotional victory for him. But Cody's amazing at selling that type of thing anyway.
He paid homage to his dad. He did the old shake, rattle, and roll.
Yes, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Dusty bow.
So, do you think, Michael? Do you think that this chapter with Cody and Spears is closed now? Do you think they move on from each other, moving into October 2nd? You think they're done?
I do. I think it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because they really didn't show that it was going to continue. But
Yeah.
I mean, once it was said and done, I think I said, I was like, well, yeah, you won the match, but did you really give him a receipt for splitting your wig like that?
I do remember you saying that.
You
yeah.
know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think you're quite even yet.
I agree with that. I agree with that because it almost felt kind of anticlimactic. It felt a little anticlimactic because in my eyes, you said it yourself, he didn't get that receipt. Yeah, you got a pinfall victory and that's awesome. But this dude split your wig.
I will retract my statements on that if this leads to an I Quit match down the road.
Well, okay, yeah. Because there's something that you could really sink your teeth into.
I see TV coming. They have to do something to get ratings, so I still think it stays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paige and Jericho will stay, I believe. They'll stay. You gotta have something that'll grab the audience and keep the ratings.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Especially since they're going basically head to head.
Yeah.
Oh, about time you woke up.
She's gone. But man, as far as something that I think is going to keep attention and keep ratings up, I'm telling you, man, this AAA Tag Team Championship match, the Lucha Brothers going up against the Young Bucks.
Jiminy Christmas.
Nuts.
That was absolutely insane. Bodies everywhere. I mean, you had a Pentagon get unmasked at some point in this match. And of course, we all know that in the Lucha Libre culture, that's the ultimate form of disrespect.
The crowd even popped on it. They started booing.
Yeah,
you
they did
heard
boo.
a collective gasp
Yeah.
from the
And then
crowd
a
where
boo.
everybody just went, boo! But it was the perfect reaction. And can you imagine if that had happened in Mexico?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
that would have
Holy
got out.
Shit.
I don't think they could have really got out.
Cinder blocks would have been thrown.
Yeah, right. It would have been bad. And speaking of bad, that fall.
Oh yeah, from the Bucks or one of the Bucks.
One of the Bucks took to that table.
Yeah.
It looked like he smacked his face on it, or it was a good,
Smacked his face,
sell on the
back
way
of his
down.
head,
Well, what
something.
happened was when he fell off. Remember, his legs tripped
his feet got
on
caught.
that. His feet got caught up on that top rope, and it altered his body, which was a bad.
And it snapped him
changed the
down.
angle.
Yeah,
It
changed
forced him.
angle and everything.
Yeah. He went head first rather than just laying flat across the two tables.
On the
Yeah,
edge
it
of
wasn't
the
good.
table,
It wasn't good. I know for me, and I think everybody. I speak for everybody here. I was legitimately concerned for a second because the way that he fell and he changed directions and landed awkwardly through just the one table when it should have been both. It didn't look good, and
First thing I said, I was like, that man done broke himself.
yeah, it looked bad, man. It looked bad, and that's why we say, man, this ain't ballet. It's not.
No.
I don't care. You can't.
There's no learning to fall when it
No.
comes to shit like that.
No, you can't fake that type of thing. And I know for a quick second there, I was like, man, this match is awesome, but forget this for a second. I hope dude's okay.
And it was to that point. I mean, they were doing crazy shit anyway.
Yeah.
Like before that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, end it before you guys legitimately fucking hurt yourselves. Because,
Because they pretty much, at that point, they'd already given us everything.
Right, what else can you do?
Yeah.
At this point. Like, I get it. Like, you built this match to being this crazy, and I get the, going all out for these prestigious championships. I get it. I get all that. But it comes a point that you got to think you got to work for tomorrow, too. And taking bumps like that, you ain't working for tomorrow.
I'm just saying, I could have probably paid a truck payment with all the money Tony Khan spent on tables tonight.
Man, I remember you saying that. There was so many tables, dude. So many tables, and so many tope suicidas.
I love that JR said that. It's like, man, we've seen a lot of tope suicidas tonight.
Man, we should so many.
And yeah, it's like a go-to move now. Like, everybody does it.
It is kind of, it's oversaturated.
You got big dudes doing it. You got little dudes doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
Hell, I do it when I jump into my chair in the office at work. like everybody's doing tope suicidas.
Everybody. It's becoming the new super kick of high risk maneuvers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's becoming as common as a headlock nowadays.
Yeah, for sure, man. But
and you know what? If I can break it down, is it really that logical of a move to begin with?
The tope suicida?
Yeah.
Throwing your body at you.
Yeah, yeah, it's just like there's
you're
more
throwing yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. It just.
I think it's just for the looks, though, bro. Because it does.
See, if Cornette's here, you're like, you're damn right. That shit don't make any damn sense.
Yeah, I think that is what he's saying. But man, I gotta say this match was great. Really enjoyed it. I mean, you had things like the Bucks were locking the Pentagon up in a sharpshooter crossface combo through the ladder. Through the
bottom of the ladder.
That was cool.
We didn't even touch on, but the beginning, you guys kind of missed that a little bit. But the Bucks came out in deer skull and antler masks.
I remember you saying that.
I'm gonna have to go back and see that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
It was
check
a
that
direct
out.
shot at
the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, the Lucha Brothers, because
and how they wear
of
masks
the
and stuff.
heritage of the mask. It was a direct shot at them.
Tremendous.
But the antlers had their colorful ribbons tied onto the
I
antler.
love the Bucks. You know what? I'll say this about the Bucks. I put that team up against any other team today.
Great talent.
Yeah, they're incredible talent.
You can say, oh, they're just flippy doo and like super kicks and all that stuff. Bullshit.
No, they're more than that.
They get it.
Yeah.
They get it.
They really do.
They can work. They can sell. They can, again, they work their way into executive vice president jobs of a multi-billion-dollar wrestling company, for fuck's sake. And that's not even talking about the shit that they can do in the ring.
Yeah. And
these guys are pretty damn good.
And the prestige of all the titles they've held everywhere they've went.
Right.
I mean, you cannot deny...
Killing it in Mexico?
Yeah. Dude, I'm thinking, man, what I'm thinking is... It's just one of those things where the Bucks are one of those talents that they've gotten too successful, and now a lot of fans are turning on them.
Yeah, all they're going to do is, with great success comes all the hate.
I hate how that is in wrestling.
That's gotta just society nowadays.
I understand that, but as fans, we need to change that narrative. Just because somebody who we like is getting successful now we're gonna turn on them. It's not their fault. We made them that because we bought the merch. You know what I mean? We watched when they're on the TV and we made them the stars. And then they're like, oh, well, now they're on TV too much. You wanted to see them on TV. And now they're on your TV too much. We as a fan base.
You're fickle.
For real, fickle. We as a fan base, we got to do better than that. We got to do better.
Well, we're trying.
Oh, I know we're trying to put it out there, but sometimes how we are, man, we got to put a mirror in front of them and just show them, like, guys, you guys are fucking up. Like, take
a look at yourselves.
For real, be better. Be better as a fan base. Be better as a fan base. And that's actually a great segue. I wanna mention this before I go. I will get back to that, but I want to say this: we did get LAX after the match coming out.
Yeah, we did. Because I was curious. They come out. What was it? A Bill Clinton mask and a Reagan mask or something?
Yeah,
almost like the
like
Purge
the heist,
or something.
Like
yeah.
that's kind of what I got from it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, these motherfuckers coming in.
There's a lot of different emotions going about LAX.
Yeah.
Like, I think even somebody online, I was reading it earlier, said, yeah, we were at AEW and see that LAX came out, and once they took off the mask, we realized it was just a great value LAX.
Not the great value.
I know
LAX.
everybody's used to the original LAX.
Yeah, for sure. Hernandez and I think Homicide. Yeah.
Homicide and Hernandez.
Yeah.
But you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I might catch the smoke for this, but I wasn't a big fan of Hernandez.
You wasn't a fan of Hernandez?
really.
Supermax?
Not
I thought he was all right. I thought he was all right.
I mean, he was
Fuck
okay.
out.
All right, I'll see you guys
No,
later.
I'm joking.
Guess there it is. I thought I crossed the line before, but there we go. Talk about Supermax on them out.
I'm talking about backyard and then say you don't like Supermax? Get out of here.
Yeah.
I did. I thought Supermax was good back in the day, but I really watched him really in TNA when dude was flying over top ropes.
Yeah.
Big dude. He's crazy. But yeah, man, we saw LAX, and yeah, there was for me there was a split second where I was like, who are these guys? And then I remember who they were, but
I had to think about it for a second.
I had to think about it for a second, and we'll see. That's just another tag team in this already stacked AEW tag team division. It's crazy to me. I really like it. And moving back to it, as I was saying about fickle fans and fans not liking the success of people and not getting the outcome that they want and being upset about it. And now we're going to really sink our teeth into this main event.
Yep.
We're here now.
Y'all mad.
Man, they are so mad.
You guys are so mad.
Oh, they give it to a WWE guy. Well, they make their own guy.
Newsflash: there's still something missing from Adam Page for me, and this match didn't change that for me.
See, I had to, you know what? That's one thing I'm going to disagree a little bit.
That's
on.
all right.
Because I think Page put up a good showing.
He did. He did.
I like his gimmick. Had a great match with Jericho.
He had a great match.
But with all the people that want to bitch about what's going on, why is Page not
the champ
going in to their big release on TV and everything? That answers your question right there. Why he's not the champion?
Yep.
Because they're going to TV, guys.
Mm-hmm.
TV, and this brings back why I said Nyla and Riho is not the people I think that AEW missed on the women's division because they're going to TV.
Yeah.
Jericho can carry them into TV.
Yep.
Jericho's done TV. That's all Jericho's done in his career is TV.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was for WCW or WWE or in AAA, Mexican TV. He's done it all in the business and knows how to carry it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows who Adam Page is unless you followed him when he was in Japan.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who he is.
Yep.
So why would you put somebody that doesn't have a name in the United States, on the United States TV, on primetime, on a Friday night, or Wednesday night, I'm sorry.
Yep, it's good.
On a Wednesday night, when you're running directly against NXT. Why would you do that? You won't. You shouldn't. And they made the right decision by putting Jericho in that spot and letting him run with the title. Give the viewers something that they are familiar with.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I think they should have done with the women's title as well. Tessa Blanchard, that girl for it, is she's that known? She's not as known as a Jericho.
Yeah.
But she could have easily brought people in.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because people are familiar with the Blanchard name.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Or they could have reached in and got Jazz, or they could have reached and got, you know, these different great women of the business.
Yeah.
And put them there. So you had a great world's champion, and you had a great women's champion going into TV.
Both recognizable names going into TV. Yep. No, that makes perfect sense. Guys, seriously. I know that you guys like Adam Page.
I like Adam Page.
I know you guys like Adam Page. I get it. I know Hangman is awesome. He runs with the Elite Clique and Cody and them, and that's awesome, guys. You guys got to understand that wrestling is still a business, and they have to put their best foot forward going into October. Listen. NXT made a power move by announcing they were bringing their show to the USA Network on Wednesdays. You gotta put your best foot forward going into what is inevitably going to become a war. Chris Jericho is a name. Chris Jericho is one of the greatest of all time. Chris Jericho, as Mike King had already said, he's going to bring them into television, and it's going to be a smooth transition from doing this once a month, once every couple months, to week TV. You got to think about the bigger picture, and I think Michael, that's the problem with a lot of these fans, is that they're only thinking about the end of All Out. They're not thinking about the end game here as far as weekly episodic television.
It's the typical thing, man. It's all about instant gratification when it comes to these people.
Yeah.
And you can't think like that. As Mike King said, you need a notable face to move to nationwide or worldwide television, television. Like, and with all due respect to Adam Page is an incredible talent. But with all due respect to Adam Page, the world doesn't know who the fuck Adam Page is. The world knows who the fuck Chris Jericho is. Mm-hmm. And I do believe I believe Mike, I believe you were the one that said this. If people's like clicking through TV and they see Chris Jericho with a championship on a show that's not WWE, they just might stop because they recognize that face.
Yeah. Yep. As opposed to seeing Hangman
Page, who's got a very cool, guy? Red Dead Redemption gimmick. Got big ups. He came out on a fucking horse.
He is a horse.
That
was
on
awesome.
A horse.
That was awesome. I really did like that.
That was great.
And that really did make me like his gimmick a little bit more.
It did, because I believe you and I were talking about how the cowboy thing just don't resonate with me personally.
But that helped.
You throw a video game reference to a video game cowboy in there, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I'll say that I do believe that Adam Page was made tonight in this loss with Jericho. Yeah. More so than he would have been if he would have won. Because as we said, it's all about the chase.
Yes.
And, to touch on, prediction that I do believe it was made a little bit ago, this story with Page and Jericho is not over.
Yeah. I don't want to see it end.
No, there's still more story here. This chase isn't over. And I'm sure it may end with Adam Page. And it may be on their next show. What is it, November 9th?
Yeah. Full Gear.
Full Gear, yeah. So, Full Gear, isn't that Adam Page's gimmick? He's full gear ready.
Oh, wow.
There you go. He's going to win it at the next fucking show.
I'm cool with it.
I still don't think he wins it there either.
No? You don't think they'll have it there?
No, I think you need to get your TV established before you do something like that.
You got a point.
You got to grab them. You got to bring them in. You got to keep them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
so you think Jericho will be champion for a little while?
Just a little while.
Yeah.
Because whoever they're going to put in that role as champion, they have to be established. They have to, Jericho has to make them and establish them unless they bring in some other name.
Yeah.
If they brought in, like, I'm not saying this will happen because, the contract had been offered and then denied and played around with, but it still could happen. But you bring in like a Orton.
Ooh.
Orton could easily be a champion.
Yeah.
He's a notable name. People would stop and watch if they was flicking through channels just to watch him.
Yeah.
But, say it is Adam Page. Chris Jericho has to make Adam Page that credible and that known for him to hold that title.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I agree with that. No arguments here. No arguments here. I thought the main event was good. I think that as far as their strategy, the right man went over as far as what we're thinking as far as their strategy, because you guys got to think about it. And I'm not talking about these guys in here. I'm talking about you guys out there in the household that are listening. You guys got to understand this is the very first championship of a brand new company. Now you have your championship attached to the Chris Jericho name. The Chris Jericho name attached to this championship. Listen, there's no prestige on this championship. As pretty as the title looks, it's a beautiful looking title, but there's no prestige on this championship right now because nobody's ever held it. Now Chris Jericho's held it, and that helps, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it gives, and sure, you can be like, oh, of course, why would the AEW companies want to establish themselves as a unique brand, make their first champion a WWE guy? Go back to the aforementioned points.
We've already told you.
To get your answer for that.
Look what he's done in the business.
Yeah, look what the man's done.
That tells it right there. I mean, first undisputed champion, Grand Slam champion, champion, and I believe he held titles in AAA,
New Japan.
He held titles in WCW. I mean, the guy's done it all. So
let's not pigeonhole his accomplishments to WWE because he's done more than that.
Chris Jericho's worldwide.
All over the world.
Yeah. So you can say, oh, the former WWE guy. Let's not just say the former WWE guy. Let's talk about WCW, the legend in the business. Let's talk about WCW. Let's talk about the time he was in ECW, AAA, New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's not just some WWE guy, guys. This is Chris Jericho. And for a title that has no prestige on it, it's a good look for him to hold that championship, especially, once again, as Mike King said, and I'm going to say it again, going into these weekly episodic shows, you have to have brand recognition, a household name carrying the championship. And now you have that with Chris Jericho, and there's going to be viewerships. Yeah, Chris Jericho's up there in years. We get it. We know it. But the Chris Jericho name is timeless, especially with professional wrestling, and you have to take advantage of that, especially, once again, going into these weekly shows.
Well, when they call that man the GOAT, they're not calling him that for nothing.
Yeah, it's not for no reason. It's not for no reason.
He has earned every bit of that.
Yeah.
Because he really is the greatest of all time. I mean, again, the titles that this man's held, again, not just for WWE, because as we said, if you're just talking about that, you're only talking about a fraction of what that man's done.
Yeah.
A quarter at best. And is going to continue to do. And as we see, AEW's got a lot of things that they're doing right.
Yeah,
And, you know, that old school thing where the established veterans make young talent. This, Chris Jericho, holding this championship, will make a young talent down the road at some point, be it Adam Page or somebody else.
Yep.
Somebody will be made off of Chris Jericho holding this championship. Yep. Hate it now? That's fine. But you're thinking short term.
Yeah.
Think long term down the road. Let it breathe. We tell you guys all the time. Like, God, I feel like we're always preaching to our people.
I know, but like, we're trying to get a message out here, and we're trying to tell them that the reason why, and I have to bring it back to this, because we just talked about a great show, but I have to bring it back to this, is, okay, let's talk about the WWE really, really quick. What are they known for? In a flash, at this day and age, ADD booking.
And shaky camera work.
That too. But ADD booking, in all seriousness, they're known for ADD booking. And you want to know why? You want to know why they are okay with doing that ADD booking? Because WWE understands that we say we want to let things breathe, but then when it actually gets done, we bitch. When they actually take time to tell stories and do things, we bitch.
Oh yeah, it's not just the WWE's
fault. No, it's
that
not.
They are the way they are. It's our impatient asses as a collective.
Yes, as a fan base.
They are the way they are.
Yep.
Because I can remember storylines back in the day. Sure, I was impatient for them to pan out, but that was part of it because it kept me coming back to see if the payoff was going to be there, and I didn't get that payoff for months.
Yeah.
Gold Dust Marlena.
Oh
Brian
my
Pillman.
God! There you go. That right there.
Long ass storyline.
That's a good one. That carried on forever, and that's actually a really good one because I remember that one vividly because I wanted the payoff.
Yeah, yeah.
And, along with so many others, man.
Yep.
Like, and now it's like they set up something and then they feel like they got to pay it off like 2 weeks
2
later.
weeks later.
And then you're just like, Dad, you just killed like potential months of content for your show.
Or people that come up to the main roster get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
That too.
That too. But once again, I have to bring it around to say this, like, it's not all the WWE's fault.
No,
it's not. We've created that narrative as a fan base where we're saying we want it now, and then WWE gives us short burst of storylines because that's you when you're dealing with the kid. When you're dealing with the kid, you go with what works. You know what I mean? That's how they're dealing with us. Like little kids. Oh, you guys want ADHD booking? Well, then we'll give you ADHD booking. Oh, now you don't want ADHD booking? You don't want ADHD booking? Okay, now we're going to give you... And that's what they're starting to do now. But now they're starting to give us the longer stories. We're bitching and complaining about it. We have to be able to... At this point, with what WWE is doing right now, especially with the Roman Reigns storyline, they can't go back now.
No.
They can't go back now. No matter how much we bitch, they can't go back because they're proving that they're wanting to change the narrative. We've made it too easy for them to do that type of booking because how much that we bitch and complain. Mm-hmm. We've pretty much let them get away with it. Mm-hmm. That's our fault too. Yeah. That's our fault too. But now that they're taking the time to tell the stories, now that they're taking that time, that's where I feel like that's where the times where they need to ignore us. Yeah. And they've ignored us on a lot of different things that they shouldn't ignore us on. But this is one thing where I'm like, they should ignore us because we don't know what their stories are doing. So why we have to be like, oh, I want this now? Like, no, do your thing. Book. Do your job, and we should sit down and shut up and enjoy it.
Right. I mean, you can't let your fans dictate your show.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's your show,
yep.
And you craft whatever stories that you want, and if your stories are crafted well enough, then the fans are going to embrace it.
Yeah.
You can't just change direction just because the fans are shitting on something. As long as the payoff is there, then let them shit on it.
Let them shit on it and get to where you want to get to.
Right. And, I mean, you see it with this Bray Wyatt thing. Fans were quick to shit all over that.
It's the greatest thing that they got going right now.
Exactly. And easily the best fucking character development that I've seen in WWE in a long-ass time.
And why is that? Why is that, Michael? What did they do?
Because they're letting the artists perform their art themselves.
Yep.
They're letting him paint his own piece.
Bray came up with the stuff.
This is all Bray Wyatt.
When I was in New York sitting at the hotel bar, and he came in, and we were all sitting there and just talking about it. I mean, he came up with the stuff. That's Bray right there. That's Bray's character, his artistic ability, and his character development. Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Bray's doing a great job. I mean, that gimmick right there. Yeah. They should have never killed his other gimmick. I love this gimmick.
Yeah.
They should have never killed it. He should have been the next Taker.
He should have been.
I think he should be the next Taker.
But it's awful funny how I didn't think we was going to turn this into like a Bray Wyatt talk. But that's how the In Your House show rolls.
That's how we go.
It's fine. But I think it's interesting that because I love that old character too. You know that.
Oh yeah.
You know how big a fan I've always had been of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how that character really plays into who he is now.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Because there's a lot of overarching themes from that old one to the new one, and now it's like Abby or whatever this power is finally got to him.
Yeah.
And now it's within him.
Yep.
And now we see the results of it. And now you got this weird theory about his mask. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about that shit. About how his mask is different now.
Yeah, I did hear his mask is
different. And there's theory, and apparently Bray has somewhat kind of alluded to this, that he's starting to kind of regenerate now with more people that he attacks. That's why his mask is different. Because when he first showed up, his mask was kind of torn. It was faded and wrinkled and all that. And this last attack that he had with Lawler, you saw it was more white and smooth and all that. Who's to say that the more people he attacks, he becomes more human, and he eventually reverts back to Bray Wyatt? But the Fiend is now within him, that he's, taking the essences of other people and all this shit. Yeah. So, I mean, who fucking knows, And the mask people. I forget the name of the guy who did the mask, but they sent out that little diagram of the illustration of it in the beginning, and they said, the last part of the tweet said, "We are not done," alluding that there's more masks to come. So it's either more varied masks for Bray Wyatt, which there's technically already been 3 different masks already that look completely different from each other.
Yeah. Quit bitching that he's too scary.
Yeah, oh my God. You bunch of softies.
Oh,
Get
come on.
You bunch of marshmallows. Come on.
Too scary?
Too scary? What the hell you mean too scary?
My 7-year-old doesn't think she's too scary.
That is gimmick is too overboard for the time it is.
Get out of here with
Stop
that.
it.
That kind of shit right there is why wrestling can't rise to prominence like it once was. You all clamor you want the Attitude Era back. Y'all couldn't fucking handle it, bro. You couldn't handle it. Oh my God, y'all would be so mad.
Could you imagine them sacrificing Stephanie on a cross nowadays?
Oh shit, no.
On Taker's cross? I
mean, there's no way they would have got away with
this. Could be a whole other episode talking about this.
We're gonna have to come back to that.
We're gonna have to come back to that.
Stay tuned for that, guys.
Absolutely.
We go on a whole
don't get me started on that. I was an Attitude guy, so
that could be a huge episode. We'll definitely have to that. We're gonna have to do that. But let's bring it back. Let's bring it back around and bring this bad boy home, because I know everybody's getting a little tired.
Yeah.
It's Labor Day weekend. Everybody wants to chill out, do their thing, and I know I've enjoyed my time off, including a great show. So let's finish it off with this, man. It's that time, man. Time to throw out some thumbtacks. We'll start with Hutch over here, man. How many thumbtacks are you giving the show, bro?
I'll save it 10. I think this show was perfect. I have nothing bad to say about this show. I mean, even like the negative things that I said with the that women's match not resonating with me and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't through bad execution of them. I think this show was perfect. I think they played their hand well. I still don't think we've seen all the cards yet.
I still don't think so either.
This show did not need CM Punk whatsoever. His presence was not missed in the slightest whatsoever.
It was fine.
And if anything, CM Punk showing up would have stolen the spotlight from every single other talent that killed it on this show. So I'm honestly glad that CM Punk wasn't there. And yeah, I think everybody from the championship match all the way down to the beginning and the pre-show.
Sure.
Everybody killed it. They knocked it out of the park, and I'm ready for October.
Me too, man.
So 10 out of 10, bro.
10 out of 10.
I think it was fantastic. It lived up to the hype.
All right. Toss it over to the ladies, man. Mike King. What are you thinking, man, as far as this show? How many thumbtacks are you giving this show as a whole, in your opinion?
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
8.5.
I think the show was solid.
Yeah.
There was sloppy times.
Yeah.
Which, when they go on TV, they're going to have to tighten that up a lot.
Yeah.
Just because TV is TV.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's the only critique I could probably give to it. I mean, everything else. I mean, the hardcore matches. Don't get me wrong. I liked hardcore back in the day and liked watching it. Mick and all them guys do their thing. Like I said, sometimes they overdo it.
Yeah.
Like I said, the duct tape to the chair and duct tape tacks in somebody's mouth. I think it was overdue.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to do something with the tacks, they could have hit them right with it right off the get-go.
Yeah.
And then just have them out for a little bit. But yeah, I say a good 8.5 tacks on that one. Just because the show was solid.
Yeah.
They just need to clean it up a little.
For sure. I like that. For me, I'm going to say I can't give it a perfect. I'm going to give it a solid 9 thumbtacks, and here's the reason why. I really liked Pac versus. Well, yeah, true that.
10.
I'll say I'm kind of like, damn, I sound biased as fuck over here.
No,
Like,
I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm just gonna like to as from my perspective, this, and I feel like I said it a lot throughout the night, and then I realized how many times I said it, and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna keep it from me. That's gonna keep it from perfection for me, is because Kenny Omega versus Pac really didn't mean anything, you know, in terms of what was on the line, which was nothing. And I know that it should have been Mox. I know that it should have been Mox. There's that. And then for me, the other thing is the ladies match with the two ladies that just didn't connect for me. Good match. They had a good match. I'm definitely not saying that they didn't have a good match. They had a good match, but I didn't care about either one at all. And that was at a point where I was on my phone, just because if I just am not connected with you in any kind of way. I already knew who Riho was. I didn't really know the other one, but for me, it didn't connect for me. So it was a swing and a miss there. But great show. Don't get me wrong. That's not to say it wasn't a fantastic show. I mean,
y'all some picky asses. AEW's the greatest brand ever.
Man, I do love AEW.
There's your mark right there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what a mark is,
there you go.
Hutch,
there you go.
Hutch.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do think it was a great show. I thought it was a great show. Really, you know, it was awesome. Once again, do this, man, to be able to have the fellas come out and we sit and watch wrestling and just have a good time. And not only did we enjoy a great show, got a chance to hear a lot of fantastic stories from our boy Mike King over here. And and that's always cool. To me, that's always cool. That doesn't get old.
Yeah, we can't bring you stuff like that.
No, that's a perspective we can't bring you guys. We can't. In all seriousness, we can't. You know, we talk wrestling from a fan's perspective. And that's awesome, because I know for me, I've always said I don't want to get so deep into what we're doing here that I lose my fandom. You know what I mean? Because I always want to love it on that side of the fence. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just, and tonight gave me a chance once again. I did so once again. If you guys didn't go back and check out the episode where I talk about DCCW Wrestling for Christian, and I kind of break everything down and tell how awesome it was to be in the ring and be on that side of things. You know what I mean? And it was awesome to be in the locker room with Mike King and see everything that they do prior to the show and stuff like that. And that's awesome. That's amazing. But this weekend we did something a little bit different. And we did something different from that is, and that's us getting together as fans and enjoying it from a fan's perspective. And it always feels good, especially when a big show is coming out like All Out and we come together and do this. It's an amazing and fun time, and I think this was an amazing episode, and I think a lot of the people in the household are going to dig it. So we're going to start with my man Mike King over here. It's your time, brother. Anything that you want to plug, anything that you got coming up, it is your time. Just go ahead and plug away, my friend.
Once again, everybody knows who I am. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have a couple indie shows coming up. The 7th, I am at Elite Pro Wrestling down in Odin, Indiana. Then on what's the Friday after that? Is that the
Friday after that? I think that's the 13th.
13th.
Mm-hmm.
13th, I'm up in South Bend for RCW.
Ooh, okay.
Revolution Championship Wrestling.
Sure.
I'll be up there. Two good companies. There's some surprises going on in those shows, so definitely you guys should come out and check that out. Our promotion in Muncie, DCCW Delaware County Championship Wrestling, we'll be hitting it again in October, November. We just got to get some dates set on that. Other than that, I am Mike King, and you are listening to In Your House Podcast.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that was the ladies' man, Mike King. Definitely check him out. He's got a few dates coming up. And, man, definitely love working with him as far as DCCW goes. He's fantastic at what he does. Book him, give him opportunities. He deserves a lot of opportunities because the guy is a fantastic in-ring talent and and a fantastic heel. You definitely want him on your show, so book the ladies' man, Mike King. And now it is time for my co-host, my boy, Mikey Hutch. Let him know, man, it is time for you to plug away, brother.
That's right, I have.
Ow! Chopped!
I have 2 social medias, one that I neglect and one that I kind of love it.
Yeah, you got your popping it.
Yeah,
tell people what they want to hear, not what you want to tell
Well,
them.
they're already hearing what they don't want to hear, and that's me. Quit hitting me, big bastard. God. Anyway, you can follow me on the Twitter at Hutch IYH.
Yep.
You know, let me know to follow me. And, you know, we talk about video games, wrestling, movies, whatever.
Sure.
And then you can follow my garbage Instagram. At
Which
Hutch.
is working for you.
It is working though, but no, I say it's garbage and I jest. I like it, man. You know, it's got video game flavor. It's got cool video game art. You know, wrestling memes and stuff like that. And eventually, you know, and we're going to start going live more on it and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to the Bizarro Lucha show tomorrow. Probably going to go live on the Instagram there tomorrow.
Sure.
So yeah, give me a follow on there. It's at Hutch in Your House, spelled just like the show.
There you go.
And you know the drill. You know, even though I sound a little bit biased tonight because you know the perfect 10 on the, but whatever.
That's
again,
all right, man.
It was a
your
fun
opinion.
wrestling show, and I loved it. And again, that's what wrestling is. It's fun, and we love it. And you love what you love, and that's what it's all about. It don't matter if you watch WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, OWE. It doesn't matter. Love what you love. We are Legion. We are one. Catch you next time. Thank you very much for listening.
We are one. One of the great slogans of this show, letting you guys know that as a wrestling community, we need to come together and support this great thing that we love, professional wrestling. And I gotta say, man, we haven't had a chance to do this in a while, and I love this episode. Got the fellas together, and we came together and did it once again, and gave you another great episode. But hey, that's just what we do here at In Your House. We give you that work. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, hey, we can get to you. Check us out, October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are the official podcast of the entire event, and if you can't make it, but we really hope that you make it, you can check out your boy, the Status Symbol, Con House, on commentary with Jason St. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a freaking shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Get this work. Get this shirt. Guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone. Because the household, well, we going strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.